All right, the president just wrapping up a meeting with those opposed to California, this sanctuary state law that's in effect right now. But going one step further, the president saying that he recommends looking into obstruction of justice charges against the mayor of Oakland, California. Remember, she was famous for saying that she would give a heads up to illegals in her community if ICE agents were showing up. To me, quoting the president here, that is obstruction of justice, and perhaps the Department of Justice can look into that. The read now from acting ICE Director Thomas Homan. Director, good to have you back. What do you think of that?
Well, you know, the mayor, what she did was wrong. I mean, she gave a heads up. We actually had over 1,000 targets for that operation that we planned for months. Many of them criminals, most of them criminals, and to go on TV and give a heads up to criminals that law enforcement's coming within 24 hours, you know, that's certainly, I don't know how many, I can't ever put a number on, but certainly many criminals we weren't able to apprehend because they're given a heads up. And it certainly put my officers at an extreme risk. When you let a bad guy knows that the police are coming, that's never good.
Yeah, they're on the lookout for you. In the meantime, you've led an effort to sort of boost worksite enforcement investigations, double than where they had been before, to make sure that businesses aren't taking advantage of this. Can you tell me the latest on that?
Well, we've already almost tripled the worksite investigations we've opened up this year under President Trump. It's all, you know, worksite, getting a job in the country illegally is a magnet. It's a magnet for further illegal immigration. So we want to take that magnet away. And you know, employers aren't giving illegal aliens a job out of the kindness of their heart. They're paying them less wages. They're taking advantage of them. And it gives an unfair competition to other competitors who want to follow the law and follow the rules. So we're taking this seriously, and we're hoping to remove a magnet that, you know, that entices further illegal entry. If they can get a job here, that's another reason why they'll come, and we just got to take that magnet away.
As the president pointed out, and you've raised with me in the past, Director, I mean, it's our strong economy that acts as a beacon for folks who don't have that here. Now, in the latest case of the caravan, those folks weren't from Mexico. Most came from south of the Mexican border. Honduras was a favorite spot, and many were granted asylum. But in the meantime, there's been a dust-up. Who holds these people when that process is ongoing? Who's responsible?
Well, first of all, when they enter the country, we want them, you know, if they enter illegally, they're going to be prosecuted for illegal entry. And that's made the news last couple of days about separating families. Well, every law enforcement agency in this country, when you arrest a parent, you're going to separate that family. It's unfortunate, that's just enforcing the law. But for those who come to a port of entry and claim fear, if they get a credible fear finding from Citizenship and Immigration Services, which happens about 85% of the time, then they got to wait to see a judge. So we'll hold them, and except if they're a family unit, then we have limitations through the Ninth Circuit. We can only hold them for a certain period of time. But let's be clear, now, even though they may get 80 to 85% approval from their initial interview, when they go in front of an immigration judge, if they show up in front of an immigration judge, less than 20% actually get a credible fear finding, which, again, it's a loophole in the system. It's an issue we've asked Congress to address. If they want things like this to stop happening, Congress needs to take this seriously and address the loopholes that we brought to their attention.
It makes you wonder whether they want to address those loopholes.
Well, they're certainly on notice. I've been up on Hill many times. We've identified the loopholes on the asylum claims. You know how the Flores Settle Agreement, how long we can hold a family in detention. There's certain things Congress can do. It was in their purview to fix this system. Look, under this president, we had a 45-year low in illegal immigration last year. That's not a coincidence. That shows that enforcing the law, having consequence to deterrence to illegal activity has an effect. However, these criminal organizations that smuggle aliens have found loopholes. Now it's up to Congress to close these loopholes and gain control of this border.
Still, you mentioned the president. He was frustrated, we're told, at a cabinet meeting a couple of weeks ago, sir, with Homeland Security, Nielsen, and apparently berated, or at least was publicly angry about the uptick in illegal immigrants getting into this country. Reports also were that she threatened to quit over that. I don't know what the truth is. I'm not trying to rehash that, but is it your sense that the president is at wit's end with this?
Secretary Nielsen is a good secretary. She supports law enforcement. She supports the rule of law. She has the back for Border Patrol agents and ICE officers out there putting their lives on the line every day. You know, this is really a problem for Congress to address. We have identified the loopholes that causes illegal immigration, and we need Congress to act. And if we can get them to act, we can finally once and for all control this border. A 45-year low, 4-decade low is not a coincidence. We've shown we have the knowledge and the capabilities to fix this. We just need Congress to have the same motivation to fix the loopholes so we can finally seal the border and allow legal immigration to come. I've said it many times, Neil. I can't blame anybody for wanting to be a part of the greatest country on earth. But there's a right way and wrong way to do it. You can't not want to be a part of the greatest country on earth and not respect its laws. You can't do that under this president, and I fully support that.